In the shadows of history, there is an enigma so compelling it spans centuries and continents: the paradoxical rise of eunuchs as the most powerful men in imperial courts. Their ascent was rooted in a brutal act, castration, intended to strip them of their manhood and any familial ambitions. Yet, precisely because they were powerless at home, they became indispensable to emperors. This paradox fueled an uncanny loop where physical castration enabled political power, a journey we will trace through Byzantium, the Ottoman Empire, and Ming China. The Byzantine Empire stands as a prime example of this phenomenon. In Constantinople, the heart of the empire, the parakoimenos, the one who sleeps beside him, was often a eunuch with immense clout. The Great Palace, an architectural marvel of gold mosaics and deep purples bathed in candlelight and incense smoke, was where power resided. Here, Basil Lekapenos rose to the pinnacle of influence. Born into nobility, but castrated as a child to remove him from succession, Basil became Grand Chamberlain and Chief Minister under 5 emperors. The palace corridors echoed with his authority. His voice commanded respect across the empire. When we enter the Byzantine harem, the opulent architecture is punctuated by dramatic chiaroscuro lighting, casting long shadows that underscore the power dynamics at play. As Basil Lekapenos walked through these halls, he was a figure of immense influence, able to appoint officials, finance wars, and even lead troops into battle. His castration was intended as punishment, but it turned out to be a strategic advantage. His loyalty and dependence on royal favor made him an ideal keeper of power. Yet this very condition that elevated Basil also ensured his ultimate downfall. When the young Emperor Basil II grew impatient with regents, he accused Lekapenos of treason and exiled him in 985. The vast treasury that enabled Basil to fund lavish art patronage, reliquaries, and manuscripts was plundered by Basil II upon his uncle's fall from grace. Across the Mediterranean, the Ottoman Empire also saw eunuchs rise to unprecedented heights through their intimate connection with power. In Topkapi Palace, the chief black eunuch, Kızlar Ağası, was responsible for managing the harem and overseeing the imperial family's daily needs. This position was both a blessing and a curse. Dependent on the sultan's favor, the chief eunuch could wield immense influence, but risked everything when that favor waned. A vivid illustration of this dynamic is found in the 18th century Ottoman chief black eunuch who built a mosque near Topkapi Palace. This act of patronage was not simply an expression of religious devotion. It was also a strategic move to secure his legacy and influence within imperial circles. Yet, as with Basil Lekapenos centuries before, this power could evaporate in an instant. When Sultan Mahmud II abolished the Kızlar Ağası office in 1832, the chief eunuch's wealth reverted to the throne. The Ming dynasty offers perhaps the most extreme example of eunuchs' paradoxical rise and fall. Wei Zhongxian, a eunuch who rose to power during the late Ming dynasty, exemplifies this phenomenon. His story is one of unparalleled authority and shocking betrayal. Under the young Tianqi emperor, Wei became virtually autocrat, dominating Chinese government with an iron fist from 1624 to 1627. In the Forbidden City, with its towering walls and intricate courtyards bathed in golden light at twilight, Wei Zhongxian's influence was palpable. He promoted loyalists, purged opponents, and even levied extortionate taxes, enriching his allies at the state's expense. Yet, when the emperor died in 1627, Wei's patronage vanished as quickly as it had arisen. The young Zhongxian emperor banned Wei from court, and he hanged himself before trial. Wei Zhongxian's rise and fall encapsulate the essence of eunuch power. Their authority was granted by imperial favor alone. This precarious balance between loyalty and opportunism created a cycle that saw these castrated men ascend to unimaginable heights and then plummet without warning. From Byzantium's Great Palace to Topkapi's harem, and from Ming China's Forbidden City to the courts of Safavid Persia and Mamluk Egypt, eunuchs stood as silent sentinels of power. Their presence was a testament to the delicate balance between emasculation and empowerment in autocratic regimes. In each empire, the story of these castrated men is one of paradox. Stripped of their natural attributes, they were granted incredible influence. Yet this influence rested solely on the emperor's whim. The lesson from history is stark. The most powerful men who rose through such brutal means always remained at the mercy of the sovereign. As we reflect on the lives and legacies of Basil Lekapenos, Wei Zhongxian, and countless others, it becomes clear that their power was a delicate dance between disempowerment and control. Their rise to prominence underscores the complex interplay of loyalty, dependence, and opportunism in imperial courts, where the very act meant to silence them ultimately enabled their ascendance.